habits. You need to break yourself up if you want to speculate. Let's get right back to
Now, if we take a look
ineffective
at, like I said,
speculators.
his name
Other thing they do, they buy cheap stuff. I'm back,
Why is
and
that?
I got 5 more bad habits. You need to break yourself up if you want to speculate like a pro. Let's get right back to ineffective speculators. Other thing they do, they buy cheap stocks because they assume every
old cliche is that if you don't
Natural
learn
gas,
the path,
those are not
you're
specific, right?
bound
You're not
to
just saying
repeat it.
those are
Let
natural
me
resources.
take you back
So
a
with
little
everybody,
bit.
and you now have the Bank of
Essentially
Japan,
between
England, America,
1914
Chinese
and
apparently
1920, we had
loosening up
bank
everybody
deposits
is
doubled
now
the size.
loosening the
So
money
we had
supply, printing money.
Hi, I'm Max Kaiser. This is the Kaiser Report.
Jim and Andrew. We also had a relatively low discount interest rate where banks borrowed from the federal government. It was a lot more important back in the
Shortages of nearly all commodities developing and I'm going to make money in the commodities. If the economy does get better, print a lot more money, place to be, and we'll have
I was just saying, I told you this has been happening for weeks. All we do is search stuff online. And we use several different search engines, but start page stuff just processes through. And if someone in the world is watching us, right, we hope everybody watching us learning that they're being fixing our searches, documents saying they're killing us. Of course they can't have me on air dominating. And I'm dominating all of the web now. We're being censored everywhere.
Everything in the world
I have confirmed that people are
maybe the US dollar will go up initially, but probably everything would be hit in the shock that made it worse. So I own gold. I'm not selling my gold.
The crash of Lehman Brothers. It was a discussion on my side of the former chancellor.
And what the Fed is doing is simply guaranteeing that
most people don't understand
the 0% interest rates prevent.
And perhaps you know Venus Project, you know the Free Gold Charter organization, you know perhaps the books and the stories of Gene Roddenberry, Star Trek, where we live in a world without money. I can tell you it is possible. But the problem we are facing is how can we get there? And all that we have to know is it happens in our minds. We have to push the right switches and then we will find the path.
Okay, traders. Hello to another FM Signals Info Show video edition. My name is still El-Erian from good old Germany, and you're welcome to another 48 hours technical analysis and synthesis. By the way, not 48 hours, 36 or 28 until the end of the week. However, today I'm choosing the Australian dollar Japanese yen, so analyze this stuff again. It's still yours. Okay, here we are. It's Thursday, the second last day in March, 29th March, 29th, yes, March 2012, 20:06 in good old Germany, Stuttgart, Bristol or Zurich, or even for example in 5:07 Friday morning in Australia or 3:07 midnight in Tokyo. However, 14:07 in New York. Here we've got the Australian dollar Japanese yen, and we saw this week, or we're seeing here, watching here, yes, a great downside trend. So, and the question is, of course, here at new monthly lows today, can we have a pullback, a shortly pullback, or will we still have, or should we still short our yen and stay in the trend until the end of the week? That's the main question, what I'm asking myself. However, we will see. Before we starting here, I'm choosing the weekly time high and low to get a feeling about this week development, and we see here higher prices start of the week, and then we started here with higher lows, so with lower lows of course. So here, okay, so we are in a downside trend right here right now. Here perhaps much more important in my opinion, here the monthly basis. We see here the lows of the month, March, second last day. Here the 50 price area, here the higher prices, and yes, we created today before Wall Street starting, before Wall Street bell, here new lows, and then while Wall Street, we've got here this nice short recovery upside trend, round about 60 pips or 70, 60 pips, yes, 60 pips from the lows. And the question is, of course, should we sell again until the end of the week, or buy perhaps? Yes. Okay. Interesting in my opinion. Here to make this complete, the high and lows of on the yearly basis time frame, the high lows of first quarter. We see we are trading here around about 61.876 round about. So the monthly lows are on the time frame on the yearly basis the 61.8 Fibo line. So we started the year on much lower prices. However, in my opinion, let's create a charts. Let's create a charts here, and I'm choosing here the downside trend, the highs of this year here. We see at 19 March here, and on last week the high was here. Yes, on the last week and the week before. And we see this downside trend here, and this week we've got here this fails breakout, and then this massive, relative massive of course, here in the Australian Yen. So okay, how to trade, what's important in my opinion here, we see, or what's important in my opinion here, I'm thinking here. Yes, the high lows on yearly basis or first quarter is not so important. I would much prefer the monthly basis here. So yes, the monthly high lows, and here we see we've got the 50 area, the new lows, so today, and the recovery. So, and much more interesting is here this downside trend after this 2 weeks downside trend, if you want. So, and here this one, so very sharp, we broke it. So we broke it here today, and perhaps is this in signal even to, yes, high speculative buy option or trading capability, even for a recovery on the last, yes, 22, 23, 4 hours this week. So until the end of the month. Next week we will see again what will happen. So if you ask me, push me on the wall and say what to do, so I would telling you or singing under pressure, I would prefer to buy this cross rate even until the end of the week. However, if we should be in the money or outside, I will how do you say in English, complete or delete my position if it's in a green line or a red line, however. So okay, let's get a little bit more into detail or break it more down. Interesting on the short term here is, in my opinion, after this downside trend here, we see here the first low, then the recovery, and then back. So if you want A, B, C, D, and then once again, however, not really, cause here new lows, because these highs are about this low. However, here, but that seems to me here and how do you say in English, a much more slightly downside trend. Here this was more aggressive here we see, and then here a little bit slightly. Okay, this also more aggressive, but we've got here a bounce back. So, and the question is, what I'm asking myself here, will the bounce back or the trade, I would prefer the long side, is this, yeah, have not energy or power enough here to go back in this line and then break it out. So that's the name of the game, in my opinion, of this long position. So I would create here, we are trading right about 85.22 or 18.22 by my broker. I would take a short stop here round about 85 or 84.90, however your risk appetite is. So very short, or perhaps here 84.80 could also be, so 20-30 pips, and even try for recovery until the end of the week. So cause this week was very pretty for short traders, and then perhaps we will have a squeeze out today on the last trading day, and see next week once again what will happen. So okay, very high speculative. However, here are the points or the targets, the lows, here the low, here the low, and here the low. So if you want, here we've got also a breakout here, A, B, breakout, C, also breakout, and new lows. Here we could also create one. So I'm created here 85.46, the first target, 85.63 the second, and the third one 86.112. So that should be the targets. So, and the question is, of course, will we have, yes, the power enough, or this upside trend here while Wall Street session to go higher. So don't forget this stop and this trade. So okay, to come to a point, break it down. Here I'm choosing also the daily and moving averages on a daily, on a weekly time frame. That should be also targets. Perhaps the weekly we see here in the last 2 days we are trading down under the daily and the weekly, of course, too. So perhaps a target for a recovery.